Doctor Who did the Terminator. Sometimes people think of the war machines.
Vulcan has decided the world cannot progress further with mankind running it. Machines cannot govern man.
But that's only half of the idea. The other half is time travel. People from a ruined future, a mission to change history, a war that hasn't happened yet.
An expedition through time to meet and kill an important politician. Now why?
What if you were handed a time machine and told you could prevent a world war? Would you hesitate? It's a tempting question, but what if the Doctor told you the question is fundamentally flawed? Day of the Daleks is brilliant. A story which pits gorillas with an O,
no complications,
against gorillas with a U.
As for you, my friend.
It's Doctor Who's best story about time travel. But Day of the Daleks takes its greatness even further.
Put that gun down. There's no point in murdering him.
Why does the Doctor save the Controller's life? Why does he stop a murder not from moral objection, but because there's no point to it? In the 20th century, the political situation on Earth is deteriorating.
Humans are always squabbling over something, Brigadier.
Yes, well, this particular squabble looks like ending up in a third world war.
An important politician, Sir Reginald Styles, is trying to arrange a peace conference, but is attacked in his home by an armed intruder who then vanishes into thin air before he can kill him.
Disappeared into thin air? Like a ghost.
Unit is called in, and the attacker is found nearby with a futuristic weapon, and a crude time machine is found hidden in a nearby tunnel. The Doctor and Jo spend the night in Styles' house in the hope of meeting these ghosts again.
Joe, how would you like to spend the night in a haunted house?
What's that?
There's a clock chiming.
Answer my questions sensibly. How could you know we were coming?
Because you've already tried to kill Styles once and failed. It was logical that you would try again.
The attackers are guerrilla fighters from the 22nd century. They come from a ruined future, one in which humanity has been devastated by a century of war. The war Sir Reginald Styles was trying to prevent with his peace conference.
Towards the end of the 20th century, a series of wars broke out.
And after that war, the Daleks invaded and took over.
There was no power on Earth to stop them.
Future historians record that Styles called his peace conference at the country house.
He managed to lure the world leaders to a remote country house, but then there was a devastating explosion.
And Styles was killed with the others. He must have set a bomb and mistimed the charge.
Their logic is brutally clear. Travel back in time to the 20th century and kill Styles before the explosion can happen, so the peace conference succeeds and the Third World War never breaks out. And this is where the story shows its confidence, because it doesn't present these people as mistaken fools. They're desperate.
We've been fighting the Daleks for years, but it was hopeless. Eventually we must lose, so we thought, what else can we do?
They're completely sincere, and given the future they come from and the enemy they're fighting, that desperation is understandable. But with the potential outcomes so fast, their thinking begins to narrow.
You are soft, Annette. What do two lives matter when so much is at stake?
And that's exactly what the Doctor sees.
Seem more like a bunch of thugs to me.
Fanatics, Joe, not thugs. Changing history is a very fanatical idea, you know.
The Doctor's choice of word is precise. Fanatics. The Doctor doesn't simply object to changing history on moral grounds. He's warning about what happens when certainty narrows your focus to one target. And the story shows us exactly what that looks like. Not in the 20th century assassination plot, but in the 22nd century through the guerrillas and the Daleks' puppet, the Controller of Earth.
As for you, my friend.
After he time travels to the 22nd century, the Doctor is recognised by the Daleks.
You are the Doctor! You are an enemy of the Daleks!
But the Controller of Earth pleads with them to let him live in the hope that he will help them crush the guerrilla resistance. And so the Daleks release him into the Controller's custody. In their subsequent discussions, the Doctor berates the Controller as a traitor and a collaborator.
I am a senior government official.
You, sir, are a traitor. You're a quisling.
In the 20th century, quisling meant traitor under occupation, a reference to Vidkun Quisling, the Norwegian politician who ran a puppet government under Nazi occupation.
That man is no more than a superior slave himself.
But the controller believes he is helping humanity to make the best of a terrible situation of Dalek occupation.
We have helped make things better for the others. We have gained concessions. I have saved lives.
And the story shows this in practice in a scene of him arguing with the Daleks on humanity's behalf.
That's impossible. If we push the workers any further, they will die.
Only the weak will die. Inefficient workers slow down production.
With Nick Briggs' Dalek voices for the special edition really helping sell the Dalek contempt for what they see as weakness.
Only the weak will die.
But it falls to the Doctor to demonstrate the real moral of the story. Having previously berated the controller as a superior slave and a quisling, when the Doctor is later rescued by the guerrillas, he intervenes to save the controller's life.
As for you, my friend...
Put that gun down. There's no point in murdering him.
I first saw Day of the Daleks when I was 9 years old, and I thought that scene was simple. The Doctor doesn't kill. He always does the right thing. But my older self sees something much more complicated and definite.
There's no point in murdering him.
Not, it's wrong. Not, there's been enough bloodshed. There's no point.
You don't know how much blood there is on his hands.
Nevertheless, he's not your real enemy.
The Daleks are the real enemy. Killing the controller won't change their occupation.
He's helped the Daleks. He's worked for them.
They would always have found someone. Now just leave him.
Right, let's go.
Kill the controller, and the Daleks will simply replace him with someone else. And given that the controller is at least trying to mitigate some of the worst of the situation...
If we push the workers any further, they will die. We have helped make things better for the others. We have gained concessions. I have saved lives.
His death might mean the Daleks replaced him with someone worse. Which is exactly what the story shows us. He is immediately replaced...
You have proved yourself worthy to be the new controller.
...by an enforcer who enjoys brutality.
I want to know what you're doing here.
And this is the key. The Doctor saw the entire system. The guerrillas saw individuals. The Doctor sees a system held in place by the Daleks. They see single targets and think that by striking at them, they can damage the system.
Changing history is a very fanatical idea, you know.
As for you, my friend...
Without the scene with the controller, the guerrillas would simply be people who tried to change history, but made a mistake. But with the controller subplot, we can see that they didn't just make a mistake in their attempts to change history. Their single-mindedness about the cause they are pursuing has blinded their thinking.
Get out of here unless you want to die too. And must kill Styles, prevent the war.
Give a time machine to that kind of thinking, and it creates the catastrophe it tried to prevent.
Styles didn't cause that explosion and start the wars. You did it yourselves.
But Day of the Daleks takes the idea even further. It doesn't just say the wrong people got hold of a time machine. Through the Doctor, it tells us that the very idea of changing history attracts people with this mindset.
Changing history is a very fanatical idea, you know.
Because it promises something intoxicating. One intervention, one decisive moment, and you could change everything. You could save an entire civilization.
And must kill Styles, prevent the war.
Day of the Daleks gives us an incredible insight into the Doctor's thinking on the idea of trying to change history for the better. A sophisticated understanding which goes way beyond a simple objection that changing history is wrong. But Doctor Who also has a companion piece to the ideas presented in Day of the Daleks. A story that exposes the same temptations in an even purer form. The Aztecs. The TARDIS lands inside the tomb of an Aztec high priest, Yetaxa. Fascinated by the artifacts inside the tomb, Barbara puts on a ceremonial bracelet. When discovered, she is mistaken for a reincarnation of the high priest.
They think I'm a reincarnation of that priest in the tomb.
And we're your servants.
The belief that Barbara is a god accidentally buys them complete safety until they can get back to the TARDIS, which is locked inside the tomb.
You and Susan here in safety, and Ian and I outside finding out about the tomb.
But Barbara learns there's to be a human sacrifice to the rain god.
Well, they've made me a goddess. And I forbid it.
Barbara, no.
Barbara believes that with her newfound influence, she can end the practice of human sacrifice and save the Aztec civilization from destruction.
If I could start the destruction of everything that's evil here, then everything that is good would survive when Cortez lands.
Barbara believes she could save a civilization with one intervention. The Doctor, as the far more experienced time traveller, tries to stop Barbara.
What you are trying to do is utterly impossible. I know. Believe me, I know.
Not Barbara. Yetaxa.
Like the gorillas of Day of the Daleks, Barbara has been handed the magic wand of time travel and believes she can save a civilization with a few small interventions.
Stop! I, Yetaxa, command you.
You have denied me honor.
But in doing so, Clotoxel, the High Priest of Sacrifice, loses faith in her divinity.
I had to try.
Yes, and what happened? The Toxel lost faith in you. Our lives are in danger.
I wanted it to rain without that man being killed.
The Doctor recognised how fundamental human sacrifice is to the Aztecs. Even the victim wanted the sacrifice to happen.
Don't you realize he wanted to be offered to the gods? It made him feel one.
Like with Day of the Daleks, the Doctor recognises the larger system. Human sacrifice isn't a flaw in the system. It is the system.
Human sacrifice is their tradition, their religion. There's nothing we can do about it.
And when Barbara pushes against it, the system pushes back.
Yes, and what happened? The Toxel lost faith in you.
Ortlock, the High Priest of Knowledge, is equally sceptical about human sacrifice.
I tell you, the rains will come with or without sacrifice.
Ortlock is the one man who is willing to listen to what Barbara is saying about human sacrifice being unnecessary.
As the High Priest of Knowledge, you know the sun will shine again.
Ortlock slowly loses what faith he had left in human sacrifice and leaves the Aztec civilization behind.
Let perfect sacrifice be made.
We failed.
Yes, we did. We had to.
That was the point of traveling through time and space. We can't change anything. Nothing.
Through Day of the Daleks and the Aztecs, we see the same lesson twice. Killing the controller does not end an occupation. Forbidding a sacrifice does not remake a civilization. When you believe the system has a simple pivot point, you risk striking it blindly. And when you strike blindly, the system pushes back. The Doctor knows history does not yield to one decisive act. But he doesn't argue for doing nothing. He doesn't leave us feeling that we can't do good.
And in the end, he lost his faith.
He found another faith. A better. That's the good you've done. You failed to save a civilization, but at least you helped one man.